because you've got knackered hips, remember, and a bad back. So we're lifted up. We've lifted the hips on purpose so that we can put the spine in better alignment, and so that if you've got a problem with your hips, there is less pressure. The pelvis is anteriorly tilted forward. There's a bit of biology stuff there. So just sit on your cushion and just sit really nice and easy, and just begin to notice how your body feels on the mat. And I'm going to start, it's a little bit similar to how I started the last one, because I kind of think it's quite important to pay attention to how you feel and what you can hear and what you can smell, and any emotions that you might be experiencing, which we talked about last time, which was in here, paying attention to if anything feels anxious or tight, or if you're feeling upset about something, because that's really relevant to our practice. And then begin to notice your breathing, noticing it ebb and flow, and notice if it's restricted, if you are breathing in teensy little breaths, or if you are breathing a bit more deeply. And don't try to change it, just pay attention to what's going on with it, and if you're allowing your ribcage to rise and fall, or the tummy to expand, or what's kind of going on in there. So first things first, we're going to rub our hands together. We're going to make them really, really, really warm. So rub them together. Warm them up, which is a bit hard because it's a bit cold in here. So extra rubbing today. And then gently close your eyes. And we're just going to put our hands over our eyes. And just feel the warmth radiating from your hands. And start to be still and quiet. See if you can slow the breathing down and welcome in the darkness, which is a little bit of a parasympathetic signal for your body to be allowed to relax. So darkness switches on that signal that it's an okay time to relax, because we don't need to be doing anything, because we should be sleeping. And taking your time, you can keep your eyes closed if you want, or you can open them. We're going to do some Nadi Sadhana, alternate nostril breathing, to boost the parasympathetic nervous system. So we're going to use the right hand, and we're going to take the thumb to the right side of the nose and the ring finger to the left side of your nose, resting the two top fingers, your forefinger and middle finger, on the third eye point. We're going to start by blocking the nostril with the thumb. We're going to breathe in through the left nostril, block the left, and unblock the right, and breathe out through the right. Going to breathe in through the right, block it off, and release the left, and exhale. Breathe in through the left, and out through the right. In through the right, and out through the left. I'm going to keep that going. I'm going to try and lengthen the breath a little bit. So a count of 4, inhale and exhale. Counting slowly to yourself. All around. Your arm relax. Breathe normally for a few breaths. I like to start employing the Ujjayi breath, soft snoring noise at the back of the throat. Bringing in our ocean breathing, smoothly in and smoothly out. Time. Carefully and slowly open your eyes. When you're ready, we're going to move ourselves so that we're either with our legs up the wall or in a really long, no, we're not, I'm lying to you, sorry. We're going to move ourselves across into all fours and we're just going to do cat's breath or cat-cow. So, 1 minute. Just to release any tension that might be in the back. So when you're ready, in the head, inhale, and exhale to top under. And take your time with it, keep it slow. And close your eyes if you want to. Start to mobilize through the whole spine. Tucking the pelvis under. Pressing down into the hands and relaxing. You might want to soften through the elbows just a little bit. Go with what feels nice. And releases your back. And if you get any little tight pinches, don't go there. Make your range a little bit smaller. Last one. And then bring yourself to rest. Going to go to either butterfly with your legs up the wall or reclined butterfly if you want to try it. If you've got a bolster and a block, line up your bolster. You can have your legs up the wall if you want. It's quite nice. Either or. You've got your bolster. We're going to prop it up one end with a block. So I'm going to get propped there like that. We're going to lay on the bolster. A little bit propped with our legs out in butterfly. Make sure you're not too far down. Make sure you're supported. Depends how long your body is, I suppose. If you are happy there, stay there. And if you're not, go butterfly legs at the wall instead. So choose a little spot that you're happy with. Either laid on your bolster or with your legs up the wall in butterfly, like this. Can you see? Good. And if this doesn't feel comfy here like this, you can lift your hips with a cushion underneath your sacrum as well, so that it feels a little bit more comfy. If you want to use blocks to prop up your thighs, you can do. If you want to use a dog, lean on the dog. Hello, Rosie. We're going to stay here for 3 minutes. If anything hurts or gets uncomfortable, feel free to bring your knees in or opening the pelvis and reducing tightness through the shoulders as they flop over the bolster. Palms are facing up. Eyes closed. And so use blocks under your legs if it goes too far. Don't let them drop too far if it feels uncomfortable on your pelvis. You want to put your bum on the floor, you can. And the rest of your body on the bolster. Have a play around if you need to find a comfy spot. Depends on your spine and where your injury is.
I am actually using Rosie as a prop for one arm.
It actually says that in the book.
Oh,
It does. Use a dog or a child, it says, in fact.
that's brilliant. So you're quite useful, Rosie. Stop moving.
You can hear my husband massacring vegetables in the kitchen. Hold the drop from the exhale, opening out through the chest. You need to release your legs early. Carefully bring them back in towards each other. Take the knees together and the feet apart just a little bit. Rest. It's also a lovely place to be in the present. Carefully bring your legs back up. They're not already there. Kind of so that your knees are together. And then very carefully give yourself a little cuddle with your arms. And then depending on how strong you are, you can tuck your chin in, roll yourself up, or bring yourself down onto one side. Keep the ball there if you want to, or you can lay down onto the floor or sit up and do windscreen wipers, however you want to. Just to release the inner thigh. Windscreen wipering. So she's having a snooze there. Looks like she's had a big meal.
I always look like I've had a big meal.
Shish.
How many animals have you got in there?
None today.
Oh,
One keeps scratching at the door. Oh, there he is again. From here, we're going to bring ourselves into a half butterfly. We're going to bring ourselves onto our bottom. We're going to sit back on our cushion again. So we're going to change the focus of our half butterfly because quite a lot of people with a bad back may have super, super tight hamstrings. So we're going to bring our right foot in towards our left thigh. Don't take the legs too wide because it can aggravate sciatica a little bit. And instead of turning and twisting down towards that leg, we're actually going to take our hands into the front. So we've got hips lifted If you want, excuse me, if you want, you can pop a block underneath that knee so it's not overly extended. And we're going to have our arms straight in front with our arms outstretched and our back straight. So you can feel the stretch on the inside of the thigh and on the back of the extended leg. You're going to take a nice inhale and exhale to go forwards. We're going to stay here for 2 minutes on this side before we swap. So it's a hamstring stretch, not a big lean over to the side. So hopefully you can feel it in the back of that outstretched leg rather than anywhere else. Well, I can.
I feel it on my inner thigh.
What are you in there? You're in a different pose there. Stick a leg out.
Like that, a bit more.
It's supposed to be out in front of you, isn't it? Half butterfly. You in there? You're in deer there.
You see
see?
that brown bit behind you looked like you had your leg behind.
You're not in the right place. My camera's not in the
That
right
would
place.
be fine.
There we go.
There we go. That way.
Deer. Bring
Thanks.
your bottom foot in front as well, so it's on the inside of your thigh. Your left leg. Bring it in front.
Oh, you want that in front as well?
Yeah, this one here. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, in front. Oh, God.
It's been a long week, and it's so
Bless you. It's Monday.
half butterfly, so
How am I going to get through it?
it might have been my instructions, to be fair. I do have many a client that says just talk in Polish again, Vicky.
You talk Polish.
Yeah, I can't speak Polish. It just makes no sense sometimes. I wish I could speak Polish. Great to be able to eavesdrop.
Oh.
Claire's got a cat as well, interrupting. It's supposed to be still and quiet.
Sorry.
There's our 2 minutes. So walk your hands back towards your leg and use your hands to release that leg before you change sides. Give it a little cuddle and then bring it down towards the other leg. Sit up nice and tall again, no rounding through the spine, and lean forward. That one's a bit tighter. Lean forward with strong, straight arms. And hold here. And again, bear in mind where you're feeling it. Make sure you're feeling it down the back of the outstretched leg. You're not getting any sciatica twinges. You feel like you can keep your back straight and can go a little bit further as the leg starts to relax. Go ahead. But again, no twinges. Just mind that your head stays in line with your spine and your shoulders stay relaxed. Next inhale, walk your hands back towards your leg. And release your knee, lift it up with your hand, bring it in. We're going to go for another windshield wiper. Just to release those knees. On that one, if you've got somebody with really dodgy knees, you can adapt it even further with either straight legs or with much higher blocks and cushions. Make your way really, really slowly around back onto all fours. And we're going to go into balancing cat, which is a strength exercise to balance out our flexibility work to help strengthen the muscles of the back and the tummy. So our balancing cat is a little bit like a Superman. We're going to bring ourselves to all fours, but not quite. So first things first, do a little cat's breath just to find a nice straight neutral spine in your back. I want you to imagine that you've got a water bottle or something resting on the small of your back, and you're going to try and hold it really, really still. So if you wanted, you could use a block to just place it across the back so that you can check to see whether you're rocking from side to side or not. So stabilize through the arms, strong through the shoulders, push them away from your ears. We're going to extend one leg. So let's start with the right one. We're going to extend it behind so your toes are still on the floor. That changes your center of balance. So make sure the weight's even between all 3 points of contact with the floor before you start to lift that leg. Now it's not going very high. You've got a flexed foot at the back. It's only lifting up so it comes into a long straight line from your shoulders down towards your ankle. And we're going to hold in there. If you feel like you can do the opposite arm, you can do that too. So inhale, exhale, and float the opposite arm forwards. Your eyes are looking just in front of your fingertips on the floor. And we're going to hold in here for 30 seconds. Keep breathing nice and steadily and strong. You've got toes lifted and the back leg is straight. Eyes looking down at your fingertips, not at your hand. So drop your head down just a little bit, so good, and lengthen out through the leg. Inhale, exhale to lower down the arm, lower down the foot, and then bring it back in towards where it started. And just have another little wiggle of your pelvis to release the back a little bit, or do another cat-cow. Cat's breath. And then we're going to do the other side. So find your balance again. Bring yourself to center. And first things first, inhale, exhale, and slide the leg away. Make sure your tippy toes stay on the floor. And create length and use the block on your back to check that you've not rocked from side to side. Inhale, exhale, lift up that foot off the floor, not too high. And you can hold it here, or you can choose to float the opposite arm forwards and up, creating length, but strength. We're stabilizing here. So eyes looking forwards of fingertips on the ground, the ones on the ground. Breathe nice and steadily here. 30 seconds, or about 20 to go actually. Lengthen through the leg. And you stretch it out a little bit more. It doesn't need to be very high. And straighten the knee. Keep strong through the supporting shoulder. And carefully lowering down the arm and bringing the leg down too. And releasing it, and we're going to go to rest in child's pose, modified over the bolster with the head to the side. And bring the bolster in, take the knees apart, laying down over the bolster. My favourite place to be. And we're going to stay here for 2 minutes with our head on this side and 2 minutes with our head on the other side. Allowing the breath to open the shoulders. stretching forwards if you want to. You don't have to. You can just allow the arms to roll, fall down to the sides. Change sides for the head. When you're ready, turn your head back to face forwards. Slide the hands back and use them to help you uncurl. Come off the balls back. There's no counter pose for that because there's none needed. So we're going to move on to a bit of spinal flossing.
Oh,
Spinal flossing. So we're going to go back to our roll forwards position. And we're going to go really, really slowly. We're going to just ever so slightly lean forwards over the arms. Excuse me. And then you're going to kind of imagine that your tailbone is going towards only the height of your skirting board. So wherever you do a cat's breath, you're tilting it all the way under and all the way up. You're going to just tilt it up just a little bit, so it's like the height of your skirting board. And we're going to take it back, sit over the heels, then tuck your pelvis under and bring yourself forwards in a cat's breath kind of cat. Then you're going to do the same. You're going to tilt your pelvis a little bit so your tailbone comes up. And then you're going to rock back over your heels. And then tuck your pelvis under and come back forward again. It's like a little ripple. It's a bit back to front. We're beginning. Inhale as you go backwards. And exhale as you tuck under and come forwards. Inhale, lift the tailbone towards the skirt and go back. And exhale to tuck underneath and go forwards. Inhale back. Exhale, tuck forwards. Inhale back, elbow sticking up. Exhale to come forwards, tuck everything underneath. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the tailbone. And then exhale to tuck everything under and come forwards. Inhale, get back. And exhale to come forwards. If you want to, just while we're here, you can do this a little bit with a little bit more relaxation and movement through your shoulders. So you can do a little mini press up as well, if you want to. So you can stick your bum up, take it back. But as you come forward, you can bend into your arms a little bit and push back up. So just make it a little bit more fluid, but keep it still really, really slow. Spinal flossing can assist with mobilizing the spinal cord and the sciatic nerves, helping them regain their natural glide over and through the surrounding tissues, reducing or eliminating adhesions which may trap nerves and cause pain. That's one. And then we're going to very carefully, with a cushion under your tummy if you need it, have a little break and a little drink, and come down into Sphinx pose, which we're going to use because it's really important for osteoporosis to bring ourselves into extension, but also because if you do have a bulging disc, it might well pop it back where it's meant to go. So they say. Come down into Sphinx. Use a cushion under your tummy if you need. And bring yourself, which I think is quite a hard position to be in, but I use it a lot, so go with it. Palms facing down, shoulders long. It doesn't actually matter, apparently, if you do collapse into your shoulders in this position, because you're still getting the stress through the spine at the back. So you can be comfy in your shoulders and a bit lower down, or you can be lifted up.
It doesn't feel tight though, does it?
No, it doesn't feel like, it's not, well, it kind of feels like you're just sitting around watching the telly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how bendy your back is, because I guess that a lot of people might be down here because they can't get all the way up there.
Yeah.
We're going to stay there for 3 lovely minutes. Now again, if it starts to feel uncomfortable or your edge goes too far, lower yourself down and rest with your head down towards the floor or back in child pose if you need to. Try not to lift your head too far up. You want to have head in line with spine, so fingers forwards and eyes looking just forwards of your fingers on the floor. If you want to, or you feel like you need to, you can give your bottom a little bit of a squeeze to support the lower spine. Otherwise, just relax. I find it kind of helpful actually, that with my back Thursday. Been here a little while. Just have a little check again of the position of your head. Make sure it's not dropped down, so you're not looking down towards your chest. Lift it up too far to find out what your stupid dog's barking at. Quite a strong pose, this, isn't it? Not strong asana. Just regain, retry a breath. If you need to. And then from here, you can either lower yourself down and rest if you need to, or we can go to our next strength exercise, which would be to lift up to plank on our knees. So we could inhale, exhale, start to tighten the tummy, squeeze the bottom a little bit, and start to peel the body up off of the sides so that you're resting on the soft part just above your knees. You can take this up to full half plank if you want to, so you can tuck your toes underneath and lift your knees, but I feel no need. Using the tummy muscles, press down into the ground with the elbows, grounding down to the earth. Been here for 30 lovely seconds. Carefully lowering down and releasing, bringing yourself down into laying or into cat to relax. Lovely. When you're ready, carefully bring yourself back up to sitting, and we're going to go onto our back. So we're going to take our block with us or our cushion, and we're going to go to supported bridge. So we'll do the opposite of that. I quite like it with the block with a rolled up blanket on top. You could use the bolster if you wanted, if you weren't in any pain. It's a bit high if you are in pain, I think. And we've got two choices for our supported bridge. So we're going to go with our block underneath the sacrum and the pelvis, not the lumbar area. Head down into shoulder bridge or bridge position. Bring the feet up towards the bottom and just press into the feet to get the block in the right place, and just make sure it's not under the lumbar vertebrae, it's under your pelvis and the sacrum at the back. I'm going to take the arms out to the side, palms facing up. We're going to stay here. If you want to and your back is not giving you too much grief, you can straighten the legs and just dangle upside down. Find that quite a big stretch, actually. So choose where you want to be. And breathe. Allow the chest to open. Palms are up. Relax through the toes. Check the hips and knees and feet are in line. And with each out breath, allow the body to open. come out of this position, I'm going to start to just wake up your toes and your fingers a little. Inhale, exhale, and push into your feet to lift your bottom off of your block of cushions and move them out of the way. And slowly, one vertebrae at a time, lowering down towards the floor. Lifting up one knee and then the other knee, giving them a cuddle and gently rocking side to side. Very slowly. And when you're ready, roll onto whichever side feels most comfortable and bring yourself up to sitting. We're going to go to a toe squat, which doesn't bother your hips or your back at all. It's the only thing that doesn't mention any contraindications for your back. So we're doing the bloody toe squat. Tuck your toes underneath. Sit yourself back on your heels. Even better, we're going to do our toe squat with eagle arms. So you've got two choices. You can either do eagle arms here, shoulders down, elbows away and fingers away from your face. We'll do half like that. Or you can take your hands into reverse prayer. Or there's another one where you do that, but I can't do it because it hurts too much. So So choose the position that you want to be in your toe squats. So with our eagle arms, we're opening up the shoulder blades at the top, releasing tension in the upper back on purpose. Most people sit at a desk all day long, super, super tight in their shoulders and upper back, thoracic region. So that's why I've chosen eagle arms, or it's called reverse prayer. If you need to come out of this, because your toes need a little break, particularly when you change your hands over, unhook your toes and lower yourself down into a little toe stretch at any point that you need to. We release our arms and change them over so the other arm is underneath and on top. Bring yourself to eagle arms on the other side, shoulders down, elbows lift, hands away from the face. And if you've been resting down, your toes stretch, bring your toes back, toes. Ready, release your toes, squat, release your toes down. Up there, in toe stretch. And then carefully release your arms. Lift and roll the shoulders. And if you want to take it to a bigger toe stretch, press down into your hands and lift your knees. That's not very nice. Oh, oh.
Who?
I didn't design it, it's not my fault. And then release, sit down. Don't know what time I started, but I feel like I should be nearly finished. So we're going to finish in reclining twist.
Mhm.
Bring
Yeah.
yourself out. Go about right. Feels like an hour. Bring ourselves down onto the floor using a pillow for your head if you need it. And we're going to straighten our left leg. We're going to bring our right knee in towards our chest and give it a little cuddle. And then depending on how you feel and how your back feels, you can cross that knee over the body and take it over to the other side. If it doesn't like that, because something feels like it gets stuck in your hip or the back doesn't like it, you can take it back so that you've got both knees bent and you're just taking knees to one side. You might like to take your head to the other, whichever version you're doing, using blocks or bolsters to support yourself so you don't over twist. Try and keep your shoulders on the floor. I don't think you'd have anybody that would like to grab their toes out in the distance, but you could do that if you wanted. With a straight top leg. Bring yourself out of this side to change. Tighten through tummy just a little bit and very slowly uncurl. Give that knee a little cuddle and release the hip if you need to. We might bring it around a little bit before you change legs. Again, the left knee in towards the chest. And then taking it across to the right side of the body using your right arm. Using any blocks or cushions you need. Keeping your shoulders firmly on the floor. If you want to straighten that leg, you can. Or you can bring it back to just having two knees bent if it feels best for you. Arms are up. Head is relaxed. Soften through the jaw. When you're ready to release it, right into the tummy. Gradually hug the knee into the chest. Uncurl it and rock around on that hip a little bit. And make yourself comfy for Shavasana, which is going to be a bit short because I've talked too long. We're going to just do a quick body scan, meditation, relaxation, working from the crown of the head to the root of the body and the feet, using whatever props you need to stay comfortable and warm. Relax the arms out to the side. Soften the forehead. Gaze gently or close your eyes. Focus on the breath for a moment. Allow yourself to drop into the mat, softening the jaw, maybe parting the teeth and resting the tongue behind the front teeth. Relax through the neck. Begin to draw attention to the ribs, expanding as you inhale, softening as you exhale. Notice and soften any tension in the back and the ribs, allowing the arms and hands to be heavy. Allow the fingertips to close gently if they do that naturally. Try not to worry if you feel a little tingling or numbness in the fingertips. Body relaxing. Embrace relaxed state. Take another inhale. Draw the breath into the tummy. And as you exhale, completely let it go, relaxing the back and the spine along the mat. Soften the knees. Allow the feet to splay outwards, softening the ankles and the toes. Breathe. Enjoy this moment. Deep relaxation. Soak in the moment. Your attention back to your breath. Inhale. Exhale. The fingertips to wiggle and the toes to gently move around. Focus on your breath as you gently do whatever you need to do. Start yourself moving slowly. Bending the knees up towards the chest, or gently rocking side to side.